everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney, and today we are back. We are here with Alan Wake 2. This is the final draft. This is part 2. I've got my coffee mug, which is for tea. Sorry, no.
Sorry.
And we have just made it into town. Oh dear. We are here in Brights Falls, and we get to explore everything. So I'm gonna do a little run around. I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna see if anything is new, particularly. So let's get into it. Taking a selfie, can I join you? Hello? Cheese. No. Okay.
Get it now!
Somebody loves their job.
Charlie.
I like that she's Charlene and he's Charlie. Hello. Man, a few words. No words, really.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question.
Hey, the chainsaw's too loud. Quit it.
I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded. But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right.
Straight up.
Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything.
I was gonna
A
say,
very large swan.
man, a few words,
so
but
you're a fan of swans.
No.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
cool. I don't know if we've heard that from Pat. I think we have. It's not ringing any bells, but I also don't think that it's new, particularly.
Back, Anderson.
Sure, Casey. Let's go to the field office as well. Okay,
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
You're not that far from me. You can just shout, but that's fine. Map of Bright Falls. I don't know if I got this before, to be honest. I think I ended up just getting it by proxy of like going around, but I don't know if I actually ever picked up the physical map here. You know what I mean? That's kind of interesting. Ooh, we can pet this
Rest
one.
easy, buddy.
Well, no trunk yet. I think we have to trigger the scene with the gun in order to get our things. You guys?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
No! I was exploring. The difference. I was having fun. You wouldn't know the definition of it. Let's go.
Got any big plans for the day after the festival? It's known as the staying in and eating your body weight in pancakes day around here.
Hell
You need to
yeah.
recover after all that celebrating.
Well, I've got plans now by the sound of it. I'll head straight to the Oh Dear when I wake up.
Oh, you won't be the only one.
Woo! That's awesome. All the flooding will go down eventually. We'll be able to explore more.
Cute.
Like you haven't been there, sir. I've seen your room full of coffee cups. You have a mug from the Oh Dear Diner. Just letting you know. You can't be surprised. I know how much coffee you drink. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He said, did I hear wind?
See ya.
Well, good to see you too. I don't know who you are, but nice to see you. I hope you have a good day.
Let me guess. The FBI.
All right, we
Welcome
wandered
to
in.
Bright Falls.
Sean!
It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's Washington's finest.
Can I press X to Sean?
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two
Timebreaker?
are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
I'm good. I'm glad to see you, buddy. In uniform. How's the role coming
Your
along?
deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Oh, it is great to see the both of them
We've
together.
looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure,
He's like, why are
but
you
it's
still
slowed
here?
down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What a coinky dink.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
I just wanted to join the conversation. I just like seeing both of your friendly faces here. We should take a little snapshot because shit's gonna get real. Just let him know how he's doing on his lines.
This
Little
is
hint.
exactly why I hate small towns.
So here,
Down, Ed. You know how touchy these rural types can be.
very. We have to be diligent to talk to everybody. And you
Can't
guys,
believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed.
it is
Have some
traumatizing.
pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Cherry pie that looks blood red will definitely take your mind off of things. Look, what is that? What is that demon hanging up there?
How can you be so calm?
Corpses are part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
Ugh. Anyways, sorry. That was staring me down. So we have to make sure we talk to people extra here. You guys let me know in my first playthrough that there was actually more that I could talk to Rose about, and then one of you just recently let me know that there's actually more that we can talk with the Bookers with as well. I don't know if that's related to the final draft, but just that there is more to talk to everybody other than what the story has to offer. They definitely try to get you out of here quickly, and I thought I explored, but not enough. So go back to talk to people. We're gonna definitely do that this round. Make sure that we get everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, who said that? How's it going? I hope you all are fabulous, enjoying your coffee and pie. I can't listen to Coconut. Everyone else, what the fuck is that? Was it there before? I don't remember, to be honest. It's cute though. It's kind of creepy.
Hey,
Oh, thank you. You too, sir. Have a good slice of pie. And a good soup. Do you think we'll find the fish in here? Too bad we won't find Rose's arsenal. Ugh. Are you fucking new, or did I just miss you the first time? Because you're haunting my ass now. That's a no. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we got a buddy to pet.
I feel bad for these guys.
I would absolutely shit myself if one of them just like bit me and like we had like a hallucination or something. Anyways. Most of this is locked off.
I need something to force this open.
Yes. We'll get a screwdriver later or something. Something. Alright, Bookers it is. Hello. How are you doing?
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's
My
Ed.
flashlight.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
Don't lie.
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details.
Nice.
Perfectly legal.
In the dark though?
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake and He was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Poor Ed.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Ed looks like straight up traumatized, but I'd be so much more worried about the lady here. She's just trying to be calm and collected.
What makes you say it was a cult?
Tammy.
The masks and knives aren't enough.
I mean, they were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree."
It's trauma for life. I'm sorry, buddy.
And then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
You can't start a sentence with like, "Oh, never mind." You know what I mean? Like, we got ears, sir. Y'all are hiding stuff. But she just wants it for her book, as far as I remember.
Good
she
to
wants
see
to
you.
keep. Good to see you. These people are strange.
Profiling may move the case forward.
I was gonna get there. I was just talking. Why not French fries? What the French toast? Okay, profiling it is. Let's go hang out with the Bookers.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
Sorry, I'm allergic to the truth. Woo!
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
I mean, we've seen their stickly odes all around the place.
I need the necklace Tammy found. It's evidence.
It is evidence.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Tyler's Saga is just like straight up. Give it the fuck to me.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
I'm not even gonna explain to you how I know that. She's just like, cough it up. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you. And stop flashing the light in your
Thanks.
face.
This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Nope.
If you say so.
I love Rose. She's just like, getting on with my day. It's fucking weird. Very interesting. And we know this is a part of reality reshaping itself, right? When Alan wrote Return and he needed to pluck an FBI agent, he chooses Saga Anderson, right? And in writing her story to be able to come here, he rewrites the story that happened about why she left here, right? So Rose is one of the people that can remember the original story. And Saga obviously does not. I can't get in there to give her a big hug. Hello, Rose.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces.
I love her. Or a coffee order. She loves her fucking job. I love that about Rose. She's just happy. Just deals with it. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take care of the elderly folk, fight off fucking zombie weird ass fucking shadow people at night, listen to Alan in my dreams, serve coffee and pie, and that's my life. Like, I just love it.
Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Good to know indeed. I love Rose's facial expressions, by the way, also. I don't know what it is about her motion capture, or maybe the actress that did her motion capture, but always her face is just so lively and with emotion.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. They love to see me. So is there anything else I can talk with her about? Maybe not. I'm gonna go back to the Bookers. Aha.
A cult murdering a man is pretty extreme. Why didn't you tell the police what you saw?
We did. We told those two idiot deputies. They didn't listen. And they wanted to throw Ed and I in jail for that murder. You know, Bright Falls is just Alabama with bigger trees.
This is my case now, and no one is throwing you in jail.
Fuck yeah.
If you need anything else, just come to me.
Got it. Thank you, Saga.
Hey, that's a moment. We got through to Tammy a little bit. I like that. That's very on point. I'm glad to actually have caught that, because...
So, we're not being arrested?
We're all good, Ed. You can ease up now.
God.
Poor guy.
Hey, you think they serve avocado toast here?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't count on it.
No, dude. They don't even know what that is, probably. Oh, yay! They're okay now. Not less trauma, but less to worry about, right? Because Saga's gonna take care of them, make sure they're not gonna get arrested by the local cops that are, xenophobic towards out-of-towners, right? City folk, as, Thornton put it. I always want to say Thornton, but it's Thornton. You know, as you do. A little sad that there's no Cynthia here to scare the living daylights out of us with her log. Or no, sorry, not the log. That's Twin Peaks. Lamp, excuse me. I'm getting my small Americana.
Strange things are happening in town with a diner and coffee and pine trees and Douglas firs. FBI agents that come to that town work with the local law enforcement, solve a mystery that's kind of half supernatural and kind of foretold, but also definitely not foretold, and with a other world that's like full of darkness and people get possessed type of things mixed up.
Sorry. Hello. Is there anything else I could say? Okay, I think that's everything we could talk to Rose about. So she doesn't seem to be responding anymore to it. The Bookers do not seem to be responding anymore to us either. I'm actually really happy to have heard that last line, though. And it looks like the boys are done.
All set?
I'm boys.
My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Yes, I
Let's
have
go.
a fork. I'm ready.
Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult.
Cult.
The cult of the tree.
Tree.
A murder cult.
Murder.
Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
I can definitely get that with me, but Casey's wearing full FBI gear. Like, I'm wearing the casual...
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been.
Excuse you. Don't
Why?
fuck Rose up.
What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name.
It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible.
Eh?
But it's best not to take it personally.
I will not hear disparaging remarks about my gal. Okay? Oh, you again.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Great.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I love the double door opening. Thank you, boys.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff
You
Station.
both suck. Thank
Anything
you.
you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Hey. Hi. You guys go over there. I'm gonna go explore around the thing and see if there's anything around here.
I'll
Please
be right
hold.
with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Straight up. Okay. Bathroom. Oh, hello. So sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I don't think we can go out the back
They locked
door
up an innocent man.
until later. Are you innocent, sir? Are you really innocent? Yep. So this was just the same office drama. Brew coffee if you take the last pot, etc., etc. Ah. I'll take both of those things. Awesome. How many cups does the Oh Dear Diner have? And how many mugs are stolen from that place all the time? Oh, the map. I got that one before for sure. Just gonna come in here, don't mind me. Oh, first aid. Hell yeah. Definitely want all of these things.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
Hi.
Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, ma'am.
Please,
I'm
thank
being
you.
serious, Nelson.
And we know that Sarah Breaker is off actually at the FBI herself, which is why Tim Breaker is here. Oh, yes.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide also.
It's bear season.
Oh no, a bear. Help.
Help. Fuck yeah.
Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government, and that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh wow.
We have bolt
You
cutters.
think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere.
And the
Hiking
music.
through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Hell yeah. Man, I didn't appreciate their commercials enough the first time around. And even more so when Yako disappears and he's like, hey, Yako. And it's so sad, but funny at the same time. That's a good memory. Looks like we're pretty good here. So I think we've explored everything there is to
So
explore.
we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a
Oh.
shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Hell yeah, Saga. Nothing new, really, above in the police station, all the same stuff. But we got to enjoy some of the good memories, mostly from Ilmo.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Can't say I feel the same. I will need these things, please and thank you. Thank you, I need that. You know, in case any corpses come
I need something to cut this.
waking up and running. Slowly but surely remembering some things. You guys definitely remind me about the map, and there's an item, I think it's a ring that we get. I wonder if that will show up in my trunk once we're able to get to it. And that does show the items on like the maps and stuff. You guys are definitely reminding me slowly of surely about things that are around here. Oh, it is creepy. And the tone changes here. It was all happy until now, and now you get scares. They said, were you feeling hopeful? Were you feeling good about Deerfest? Alright, we got all the lockers. Hello, ma'am.
I can't force it open.
Why are you gonna lock me in here? It's dark and creepy.
Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient.
Yep, we've made
I'll
it.
start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Great, good times. Can we read anything around the room before shit goes haywire? Oh, we got one of these. Cool, that's everything in there.
Must be locked from the other side.
Locked for sure. Okay, good to go. Corpses, here we come.
What was the cause of death?
Well, I
What
don't
other
know.
clues can the body give me?
Probably the massive gaping hole in his chest, but you know.
They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text.
Oh yeah,
A
that's
tattoo?
right.
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Just a smidge.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Nope.
There's writing on here.
Oh yeah, his fucking heart.
Can't make it out.
Nasty.
How'd they manage that?
With a Sharpie. So, okay, we can talk to him, but we also can caseboard our way around here.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Investigations afoot. Alright, let's back out here. Anything new to learn? Yes, everything. Cause of death. Bloating of joints indicates that he was drowning. That he put up a fight. Ritual writing on the heart and on the skin. Because he is the
smudged.
text.
Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Yes, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Something visible inside the wound.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Just grab it. Lovely. Okay. Heart wound, here we come. No gloves. Nasty. Little page. No gloves! Ooh!
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this
Don't do
case.
it. Don't do it.
I have them right here.
Look how many pages he's got.
No, wait!
Mr. Door! We now know, right?
Sheriff?
I think that was there before, but... We can identify it now!
Show me the clicker.
Get your corpsey hands off me!
didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
You wonder if that's a moment where Alan is kind of echoing his thoughts in her mind, or if she's remembering that from the page.
I'll make you pay.
Okay, Bootstrap Bill, calm down.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Woo! Yay! Where's my darling? Oh, he's over there. Mm. Mm.
He can't see me in the light.
I love this mechanic. I think it's...
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Yes, I'll go get it now. Thank you. Gun, gun, gun. How did he throw it this far into the hallway? What's up, Butch?
Coffee thermos.
Bye, bitch!
He vanished.
Fuck. You know if the corpse gets up and walks off and then vanishes, it's so fucked. And we definitely can listen to the music here, and the lyrics are important, so it's worth looking at them. It talks about Saga's ancestry and Alan's story, of course. But you could argue Saga's as well, right? That she's back home and she doesn't even realize it. So it doesn't seem like we got... Right here. Mother's a seer with a second sight. It definitely references Saga and her history, the Anderson history. Obviously, all of these things. Following Alan into the darkness. Following the mystery. Our past. Right? Getting lost in it. Recovering.
He didn't have a heart. But he still got up.
We're all
The page
traumatized
predicted
now.
all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Ted is like, join the club. It's the trauma club. I accidentally hit the space bar. I was gonna talk more thoughts in the thing, but this is fine. But yeah, basically, the music obviously alludes to a lot of things. Not so many new things so far. We're able to pick up on more things, right? We saw the flash of Mr. Door. We know who he is now, and his relationship to Tim Breaker specifically, Shawn Ashmore's character specifically, right? So, Tim Breaker is in the lineage of the Shawn Ashmore characters that are being hunted by Mr. Door, which is a continuation in an alternate universe or an alternate timeline in a lot of ways of the battle that Jack Joyce has with Martin Hatch, right? And that comes directly from Quantum Break. But we know the kind of meta version of it is that since they lost the rights to Quantum Break, it's been reworked into this sort of alternate timeline where it's Shawn Ashmore's character and characters that are related to him, like Tim Breaker, that are being hunted by the same entity that could be exactly Martin Hatch in a new identity, or more likely just an entity of the same type that's in this alternate kind of Alan Wake universe type of thing, just to kind of put everything together there. But his direct relationship to wanting to hunt down Tim Breaker and what he's capable of doing, we now can recognize. So that's exciting. Let's just continue on a little bit further.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
Nope.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit.
Yep.
This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
Yeah, it is interesting that they willingly accept that. Like, I think that, you know, they probably recognize, especially with the FBC kind of being in existence, which Casey definitely knows about more.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Guess we gotta grab it. You know, they just kind of get to it and get to the case. But this is also the moment that I think things start to eat at Casey, right? I think the moment that it gets planted that he's not okay from here on out. That, like, the supernatural aspects of it, the darkness aspects of it are starting to eat away at his psyche.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Yes, I'm gonna grab it, thank you.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming.
Yeah,
One
he was
more
like,
mystery.
no, not again!
The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
That's just a casual sentence we're gonna utter.
We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
Straight up. You're gonna hang out in the light here a little bit. Don't blame me, buddy. Alright, where's that page? It's somewhere around here. Damn, the place is just absolutely gutted. There it is. So is this one different?
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
I don't believe that's new. So this is the one that we pull out of Nightingale. The top of this here is what happens in the room, right? He gets up, he goes after her, she learns about that light is their weakness. But this down here, look at this. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. I wonder if that's a reference to Control, where Jessie herself does actually get trapped on the reverse side of the mirror at one point, and things get out of balance, right? Things get fucked up, and there's like a dark Jessie that kind of emerges from that moment. I mean, it's like a smaller mission in that game, but it is kind of related to like dark objects, right, that the FBC captures and hunts and stuff, and the potential that some of those objects have, like the ones in Alan Wake, that can trap you or infect you with like darkness, right? So there is something to that. This is the page that Saga gets from Tim Breaker that he dropped. So I don't think anything about this is new. This is just what tells Saga that she needs to perform a ritual in order to get past the tree to get into the overlap, which we know. This is the only, I think, really new page, Saga's Deja Vu. Everything else I think is the same. I don't think there's anything to profile at the moment, but we can definitely caseboard the horror that just happened.
A dead man turned into a monster.
Whoops.
Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation.
We take this so calmly.
This is the case we must solve.
There's no rational explanation. I just realized that dead people can get up and kill people. He's got no heart. There's a cult that's turning people into monsters, and pages that are predicting what's going on. We take this in stride, and I wonder if it's because Casey knows a little bit more than he's letting on about the FBC and the work that they do, and then Saga has her gift, right, her seer ability that we know she has, right, and at this point in the game, prior, when we first played it, we got the feeling that she had that, but it could have been intuition, but now we know what it really is, right, she is actually able to see through into other people's minds, connect with other people on the other side, like Alan, right? She's got an actual gift of sight, and because she's got that almost supernatural aspect to herself, right? This extrasensory perception that she's got, for lack of a better word, right? She's got this ability. I wonder if that lends her mind to being a lot more open to the possibility of the supernatural being like present. Because I feel like most people, especially someone like Casey, would have a lot more issues coming to terms with something like that so easily, but we know that there's a lot more to the both of them. So, let's continue on. We know he goes to the lake, to the overlap. And that the overlap can all be found in that place. So, what is this? The lunchboxes. The previous murders. What is this? The book has described multiple attackers. Yes. Killer profile. Here we go.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Cult of the Tree. So this is good to go.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated.
Well, serial
I'll need
there.
to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
That would be me as a cop. I mean, it's like, it's me when I'm working in like true crime stuff as well. Because you have this weird excitement because it's your job. But you also know that it's horrible, right? Like when I'm working on like a true crime documentary, you have to walk this really fine line between being like, oh, this is really interesting and entertaining, and between that excitement, but also being very respectful towards these are real people. People are, you know, that have lost their lives, that have experienced trauma, and things like that. And you have to, you know, be aware of that when you're talking to those people. And you know, when you're in the moment, you know that it's very real and very heavy, but there are times where you kind of can step back and just like Saga, just be like, ooh, this is really cool. Like you know, when you're working on like, oh, this is my first cult thing, you know what I mean? I find that like glee in her job, but also like this inherent moral code that she has is justice to like solve it as well. Like I love that you get to see all sides of Saga. Like she's really
interested. I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
In this stuff. Oh yeah, baby. Cult of the tree. Here we go. To stop a cult, you need to understand them, their ideology, their goals, and their members. Well, I can save you the trouble. Alright, so let's place all of these. Nothing about this would change, I don't think. So I'll just do that real quick. Alright. So that's all the ones that we have so far. To recap, basically, their goal might be to turn people into monsters, although the only one to do so was Nightingale. Maybe that was the only one that was completed, right? And that their ritual involves writing, and that's a big part of it. Cult psychology is that they wear masks, they're organized, they have a lot of people and equipment around, and their symbols obviously are the triangle twigs and necklaces and stuff that we've seen, and we don't have anything here yet, but we're getting there. So case is building. The other ones are just the cult stashes. There you go. And just the Alex
These
Casey
stashes
lunchboxes.
could contain clues about the cult.
Yes, they can.
Better keep an eye out for more.
Oh. Hey, we only got one so far, which is the one you guys saw in the last episode. These aren't too much of anything yet. Same thing with the lunchboxes. I'll just do that. So I think that should be everything in there. Obviously, we want to go reinvestigate what's going on. Alright, let's just talk to Casey.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
You okay there? Can I give you a hug? How about a cup of coffee? Cup of coffee? He just wants to go. I'm just trying to be nice. So I don't think we took any damage.
Must be locked from the other side.
I think we're chill. Everybody's toast. We're just gonna leave them here for some reason. But it gets cleaned up later, which we definitely get to see.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
No.
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker
Fuck you
disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Besides knowing that they are part of the cult of the tree, I'm surprised that they don't immediately go, what if you did it? You know what I mean? Hope you guys enjoy the dead bodies down here. There's one for each of you, so enjoy. Okay, I think we got everything over here, which is good.
That's crazy, right, Thornton?
I think they do actually whisper behind her back.
Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Say it.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic?
Poof like the
Magic's
dragon.
not real.
Magic's not real, right?
Mulligan. No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real. I knew that.
I'm sure you did, buddy. Yep, come on. Put your back into it. You're just gonna look at it. I also love that Mulligan calls him Thornton. Like, or at least I'm not hearing the N when he says it. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. It's kind of funny. We can't get in there. We're good. Gucci, going up. Into the light. We're just gonna casually saunter out of here and just be like, yep, there's a lot of corpses down there. Have fun with that. I'm surprised.
Fine pair.
Right. Right. I'm surprised more people didn't come running downstairs. You'd think that they would want to know what the hell's going on in their own department. But it's fine. Hello. Are you checking out the storage supplies? Please leave a flashlight in here for later. Thank you. Everybody chilling. Back to work. Good, good, good. Okay. Did the guy pay his parking ticket yet? Looks like it. Let's do a little once around real quick.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Yeah. I love that.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it.
Yeah, I heard you the first
Let me
time.
out!
You're still creepy. Good, good. You're still pondering life. All right. Headed out.
Take it easy.
Thank you. You too. All right, let's head out of here.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Yeah. The department's like,
Yeah,
oh my
Agent
god.
Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Everyone. Send the...
Think we'll
Send the
actually
cavalry.
find Nightingale at the lake?
The
Yeah.
pages haven't been wrong yet.
I think
We
so.
can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna
explore
take a
real
quick
quick.
look around.
Yep.
Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Yes. Uno momento, thank you.
Welcome back, and boy, do we have some breaking news that's sure to knock your socks off. Davis Family Beef Jerky will now be available at the Sunday market in 3 delicious flavors. That's right, our favorite sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, can now be enjoyed in smoked hickory, teriyaki, and hickory teriyaki. I handed out samples here at the Valhalla Nursing Home and thought I'd catch up with one of our residents to get her thoughts. Donna, how are you?
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis.
Oh dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No, lunch is at 11, and I wanted to save my appetite because today was the fish soup with crackers. You're allowed up to 4 crackers, but I only take 1 unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't...
So you didn't try the jerky. Got it. Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5, but we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
Who? Is that Tapio?
Tapio?
How are you on the line?
I couldn't end the call.
I was gonna say he never hung up.
On this entire time?
Yes, and I hate teriyaki.
Well, it's delicious on jerky.
Poor Pat.
Let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples.
Wendy? No, that can't be right.
Uh-oh.
Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead.
No, I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky.
Same.
Wendy Davis. That's the dead one. She's dead.
Right. Well, that's our time. Remember to keep your coffee warm and your chin up because that sun shines right around the corner.
Pat's trying so hard.
Signing off.
He's trying so hard for that, the sponsor, and trying to be like, it's good beef jerky, and then he's trying so hard to get people to cooperate on his show and no one will. Oh, that's so funny. That's definitely new to me. I don't know if it's new to the game, but like the final draft, but it's definitely new to me. I don't remember that one happening because I definitely remember the drama with the Wendy Davis family jerky, because Pat doubles down and triples down on like it being really good and that they'd sell jerky, and like they eventually call back and they're like, we don't do that, like leave us alone, this is not a thing. And like so Pat's living or remembering an alternate reality that got rewritten when Saga came into town and stuff like that. So probably the Wendy Davis that is alive and doing beef jerky and stuff is in the timeline that Saga, or in the draft I should say, the draft where Saga is from here and her daughter drowned, right? Well, she's from here regardless, but like the timeline where her daughter drowned, right? So that's probably like where Pat is remembering that from, just like Rose. Because we know that these things are happening or have happened, right? And Pat and Rose, they have happened, right? But things are being rewritten in order for Alan to try and save himself. And it's also interesting to know because these are all of the folks that are in the Valhalla nursing home that we get to visit later. And like Donna, for example, like I recognize her name because we get to meet them later. And I think Tapio, he's probably in, he mentioned he was in Watery, which we obviously get to visit. It's interesting that like we can now put faces to names and we can realize that like, oh, Pat is at the nursing home, broadcasting from the nursing home, which makes sense why he like passed it out there. Instead of being at his normal broadcasting like studio within town, right? So very interesting kind of little clues that we get privy to that we can pick up on now. So I like that. Oh, yes. Yes, Mayor Setter. He has my vote. Oh, we love him. He's a good boy. Okay. We won't miss that for sure. We won't miss that when we get to Watery. I don't know why, but I did the first time and it went back and it was so worth it. So absolutely amazing. Okay, I did a once around town. I didn't see anything new other than the Pat radio thing that we heard. So I think we're good to go. I think we're just going to continue on.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
I did. Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Thank you. Not, I guess I'm driving. I don't get it easy.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office.
Coincidence?
Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it.
Inspired by
10
you,
years
sir.
ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
It is the place where he
I
was.
just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Quite literally. But we know that Alex Casey is the one that he is drawing from, Alan Wake, right? And that he has to pull from reality, and that's how he can manipulate it. So Saga and Casey are both real people, and the Saga and the Casey that find themselves
The page
in
says Nightingale's in something called an overlap.
return
Need to figure out exactly what that means.
come from
I'm
them.
happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
that whole spiel from Casey also helps explain why he's so open to the idea of supernatural and stuff like that as well, because he can tell that there's something weird going on even within the Alan Wake case, what Nightingale was chasing, etc., things like that. So there's that. I think this is probably a good place to leave it here. I kind of will maybe separate it by location more than I will chapters. Last time I think I was trying to really go by chapters and stuff. I think here, since we know the game, we're kind of in free flow right now, I think it's easier to just kind of go like per location and topic and things like that. But it is interesting to kind of hear everything again, knowing what we know now, knowing everything about how Alan's novels work and the power of Cauldron Lake that we already know from everything, but connecting it to the bigger world, right, with the FBC, with Control, with Mr. Door and what's happening with him, and how kind of time and space is constantly being manipulated, and that there are certain individuals that are able to fathom that manipulation or control it, right? And I think that being able to like revisit this game with that in mind, right, gives us a much more powerful understanding of what is going on from the get-go. And everything that we heard the first time around, you know, while it was interesting, while it was putting the piece together, and I was a lot more focused on just like putting the case together, this time around I'm focused much more on the meta-narrative that's kind of the bigger picture of things that are happening, that's going on with Return, and how things are being manipulated in order to help Alan maneuver himself out of the dark place that he's been trapped in. I don't think there was too many new things, but I think more things that we're just recognizing now that are, right, like little things like Sheriff Breaker being like, oh, like I play D&D, right? You know, you can take the shape of a D20, right? It looks very close to the shape of the countermeasure. That kind of harkens back to that, but also him role-playing, compounding upon the Quantum Break thing that we have, as well as the Timebreaker DLC, where we know that the role of Shawn Ashmore, literally as an actor, is a part of the game, and his lineage is tied to Tim Breaker, obviously because he is played by Shawn Ashmore, and there's a very meta narrative going on there. The flashes of Mr. Door, things that we can recognize now. But I think this episode is just kind of helping us kind of glue the pieces together. So if you guys are looking forward to the next episode, it will be right over here. I'm sure there'll be a lot more new things in the next episode than there was in this one. But I think that we're really getting like kind of the bigger picture here, and it's really interesting to revisit it with everything that we know. Make sure you get some pie, some coffee, some spooks. And I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.